What's good with the YouTube family? Today we back again with another haircut tutorial. Today I'm going to be doing a good mid taper, and I'm going to show y'all step by step how I would go by getting that done. Alright, and to get started, I'm going to go in with my 1.5 guard with the lever closed. Just make sure I clear out any bulk before I really get started on this mid taper. And now that this bulk is cleared out, I'm going to set in my ball line. It's going to be in a curved shape, and it's going to be right above the ear. And that's going to be the ball line for this mid tape. And now that the ball line is set, I'm going to go in and follow right behind it with my lever all the way open. And I'm going to go up about the width of my finger, or about 1 inch. And I'm going to make sure I brush and then go right back in with my lever halfway open to knock out that line, stretching the skin and brushing as I fade. And then to knock the line all the way out between the trimmer and the lever open, I'm going to use the corner of my blade and the lever all the way closed to get that line out. And now I'm going to go knock out that line between the lever open and the 1.5 guard. Typically, I'd go in with a 1 guard with the lever closed, but I'm pretty familiar with this client's head and how his hair texture is. So I'm just going in with my 1/2 guard with the lever all the way open and then closing it as I fade down into the lever open. And now we're moving on to that back taper, and I'm going to go in and follow some of the same steps that I did for the taper on that first side. First thing I'm going to do is go in, I'm obviously going to clear out that bulk. Make sure that I be careful not to dig into that bottom row of locks that he got in the back of his head. And now that that bulk is cleared out, I'm going to go in with my trimmer, and I'm going to go in and I'm going to set in my ball line. I'm not going to go up too high. I'm probably going to match it up to like around the bottom of where his ear is and use that as like a foundation for where I'm going to set in that ball line at. And now that I got that guideline set, with my trimmer, I'm going in with my lever all the way open and going up about a thumb's width, or a little bit over 1 inch or near that measurement, just to set in that next guideline. And right now I'm just going to go in with my lever halfway closed and flick at that bottom of that line, and then close my lever more and more just to make sure that I flick out the bottom line between the trimmer and the lever all the way up. And right here, I wasn't really liking how the 1.5 guard laid the hair down, so I'm going back in with my 1 guard with the lever all the way open. I'm going against the grain right now, and I'm going to switch back and forth between going against the grain with the lever open and going with the grain with the lever closed, just so I can knock the hair down to make the rest of the blend go by easier. And now you can see me working my corners on my 1/2 guard, just to make sure I knock out that line with the lever open and the 1.5 guard, or 1 guard with the lever open. And right here, I'm going to follow through with the same steps that I did on his first side of the taper. And as you guys can see, like from different angles, you can really tell when your fade comes together. Like right now, I can see that fade in the back of his taper really came together pretty well. And now we're on to lineup prep. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my one guard with the lever open and knock down any hair that I already didn't go over and make sure all the hair is laid down. And I'm going to follow right behind that with some alcohol just to clean up the skin, and then I'm going to come right behind that with some holding spray to hold all the hair in place before the lineup. And now that the lineup prep is over, I'm gonna go straight in the middle of this lineup. I'm gonna make sure I got a clear straight line going across the middle, and then I'm gonna go hit his vertical bars on the left side, knock out his C cup, and then I'm gonna come back to the middle and then work my way over to that right side. And instead of me standing right in front of him to knock out that other side, because I would be getting in the way of the camera, all I do is just tilt his head so I don't have to stand directly in front of him and knock out this side. And right here, I just wanted to show you guys how much the line really brings a fade together. And now that I feel like the cut is clean before the enhancements, I feel like it's safe to go on with some Temptation spray and then go right behind that with some black fibers. And now that we got those enhancements in, we just gonna go right back over that line up before we put the pencil and the razor on to make sure everything is crisp and in order. And right here you see me tracing behind my work with a brown Barber pencil, and this is just to give the enhancements more of an outline and make the enhancements pop out a little bit more than it would without the pencil. And now we on the home stretch. I got bro laying back in the chair, and it's time to blend that line out. We don't want to leave him with a chalky line up, so we're going to use our razor to blend out our pencil. And now that we're finishing up with the razor, I think it's about time for you guys to see the final cut. And tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Here's the cut. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in.